Hi everybody, my name is Chandan Modi and you're watching my channel Optimistic Baba. As you know, since last couple of weeks, I'm running a series on my channel which is called as Positive People, where I interviewed a couple of people who recently got jobs amid and COVID-19 pandemic. Now, since the placement season is going on across all the colleges in India, I thought why not do something for our freshers? Why not create something which will help them in clearing their placement rounds, because we have pandemic season and as it is number of companies would be less. Why not increase their chances? So in that I have again launched another series called as Placement Special, in which today I am going to cover you a topic which is very close to my heart, and that topic is on how to crack the group discussion rounds. So we all know that during placement of freshers or people with very less experience, company conducts a lot of on-campus and off-campus drives. Now, any placement consists of multiple rounds. It could start with an aptitude test or a technical test, where these two can be different tests, or it can be combined and one test which includes the both aptitude related questions and the subject related questions. Once you clear that round, you go to a group discussion round. Now, not all companies practice group discussion rounds or group discussion or group tasks, but there are many companies which still follow a group discussion as one of their rounds to select or reject people. Then you go to a technical round and then an HR round. Now, number of interviews may vary based on the company's policy, company's HR and recruitment policies. Now, group discussion also happens when you are going for your higher education, like MBA. Many MBA institutes conduct group discussion and personal interviews to select the final list of students who are eligible to join that particular college for their PGP program. Now, there is a fundamental difference between the group discussion round in a placement company and in while going for a higher education. The group discussion round when you are going to join an MBA institute or for higher education is a selection round, which means that even if you are not able to perform very good in a group discussion round, you still have personal interview where you can score good and you can increase your overall chances of selection. However, for any placement companies, a group discussion round is a rejection round, which means if you are not able to perform good, then you will be rejected, you will not be entertained for further evaluation process. So it becomes all the more important for any candidate to crack the group discussion round to make themselves available for the personal interview and increase their chances of selection. Now, this group discussion is something which I have always dreaded all my life. When I was in engineering, I attended a couple of group discussion, and except one, I could not crack any. I still remember that company was Mastec, where I cleared, and I did not know how I cleared. Other than that, I attended quite a couple of group discussion rounds, but I could not get through. When I was in MBA during our placement seasons, a lot of companies came and many of them had this group discussion round, and I could not make it to the next round. I know I was so devastated by knowing the results. It reduced my self confidence to zero. But then one day something happened to me and a friend of mine. I'll talk to you on this while we further go into the discussion. A friend of mine provided me a mantra, and after that, you won't believe, I have attended quite a few group discussions. I think 8 or 9 group discussion rounds, and my success rate was close to 100%. Now, what was that? You will see it. So let's continue with the video, and before we go ahead, if you like this video and all the other videos, I request you to subscribe to my channel and click on the like button. Also click on the bell so that you are always updated on any new videos I post. So what are the objectives of a group discussion round? One of the objectives of a group discussion round could be to check the communication skills of the candidate in one-to-one and one-to-all scenarios. Second could be the team playing skills. As we know that in group discussion, our group task, we are given one particular topic on which a team of 8, 10 or 15 people sit and discuss. So that way the examiner can check how a particular candidate is performing in a team. Third could be the clarity of thoughts. Um, Suppose somebody is presenting his or her points, how well he or she is presenting it, how clear he or she in his or her mind is also one of the factors which the examiner can check. Fourth could be the situational awareness. So there are many instances where a discussion is going in a wrong direction, or there is someone who is interrupting in between. So how well you handle that situation is can also be one of the points the examiner is checking. And the last is the leadership and management skills. Could be like, suppose the group has been given a topic and you have become a group leader, how well you are driving the entire discussion, whether you are on track, how well you are managing the team is also one of the points you check. So these could be some of the factors or some of the objectives which the examiner looks into while conducting a group discussion. But if you ask me frankly, till now I never understood the the application of group discussion. But nevertheless, since this is one of the rounds, it's very important for you to clear it. So that's why I'm covering this point. Now, the group discussions can be of various types. One of the types of group discussion is case study based, in which the examiner will give you a particular scenario or a situation, and then the group has to come up with a solution which is agreeable to all group members. The second type of group discussions may involve any topic which is related to the current events which is going on across the world. It could be anything. For example, since the US elections have just been culminated, so the topic could be related to the US elections, how Joe Biden won the elections, or it could be related to Bihar elections, or it could be related to anything which is a hot topic in the last couple of months, which can be given to you by the examiner, and in that you may have to come up with some strong points to prove your perspective. Third type of group discussions revolve around building opinions. You will be given a topic which sometimes are quite controversial, and you are asked to provide your opinion. Now, this is a very interesting group discussion and sometimes leads to cacophony. However, if efficiently manages, then you will definitely enjoy this group discussion. The fourth type of group discussion could be related to any abstract topic, which may involve showing some picture, some video clips, some action, or some phrase on which the group members are asked to provide their opinion, what they think about that, and that that's how the discussion progresses. So this is a very, I would say, weird kind of group discussion. However, I have personally felt that for any creativity related jobs, the abstract type of group discussions are the most used group discussion pattern. There is one more type of group discussion in which you will not be given any topic, rather you will be asked to choose one and then start the discussion on that. So once the invigilator asks you to start the discussion, first you'll have to build the consensus among all the group members on a topic to discuss, and then think on feet and come up with a couple of points to present your perspective. आप में से किसी ने पहले भी ग्रुप डिस्कशन में हिस्सा लिया है, तो देन यू माइट बी नोइंग दैट मैनी पीपल हु जॉइन द ग्रुप डिस्कशन, वी कैन डिवाइड देम इनटू सर्टेन कैरेक्टर्स. Now those characters are based on their behaviors in the group discussion, and they literally impact the decision making of the group discussion interviewing panel. So let us see what type of characters we have in a particular group discussion. The first character is of a group leader. Now what a group leader does? A group leader drives the entire discussion and also contributes his or her points. Also, all the team members in that particular group discussion panel listen to him or her. He also provides the opportunities to other team members to speak, especially those who haven't contributed much. Now, if managed properly, a group leader can have a very strong positive impact on the entire group discussion. With him, the discussion will be very healthy with minimum cacophony. Also, everybody will get at least one chance to speak and present his or her points, which may lead to more people being selected from the group for the next round. Now, a group leader actually has an extremely high probability of selection. Now, the second type of people you will find in a group discussion, they belong to a bossy character. Now, bossy character is completely opposite to the group leader. They always try to drive the discussion in their own way. They will not listen to others and force their own way and approach. And they ensure that they speak for the maximum amount of time. They do not care about others. Now, if we have these kind of people driving the discussion, it can have a very adverse impact on the entire group discussion round. So either the discussion will become a fish market or it will become very boring. And in that type of scenario, it will not be a discussion. It will be a one-way communication because the bossy won't let others speak, and this may lead to the entire group being rejected by the group discussion examining panel. Coming on to their own selection probability, I think it's close to zero. They will not go. They will not clear the group discussion round at any cost. Third type of people in any group discussion belong to active team player character. Now, who are active team players? They may not be leaders, but they are those who ensure that they contribute some 3 to 4 good pointers in the entire group discussion. They are also very active listeners and they look for opportunity to speak. Now, if we have more and more people like active team players in a group discussion, then it can have a very positive impact on the entire discussion session. So they definitely add good value to the entire discussion. Also, it leads to smooth discussion without much of an interference. They also make sure that group discussion becomes interesting because they put some valid good points. And even if they are not agreeing to each other, they respect each other, which creates an overall positive impact on the entire discussion, and their probability of selection is quite high. The fourth character in the group discussion is just the opposite of an active team player. That character is an inactive team player. They are completely indifferent towards the entire proceedings. They don't know where the discussion is going on and they just wait for the opportunity to speak. They are at the mercy of other group members and nobody cares. If you ask me, my personal experience is nobody cares if you are speaking or not except the group leader. Okay. Now, if we have these kind of people in our group discussion, then it makes the entire group discussion a boring affair. There is no value addition from their side, and of course, they will not have any impact on the entire discussion. And if not many people contribute in that, like I said, the entire discussion becomes boring. Coming on to their chances of selection, they are pretty low. The fifth and last character in any group discussion is a spoiler. Now, who are the spoilers? ये बहुत बहुत महान व्यक्ति होते हैं. They do not listen to any other. They do not listen to anybody's point. They just keep speaking. They cut others. They try to prove they are right and you are wrong. And if not given a chance to speak, God help you. They may engage in a verbal duel. झगड़ा हो सकता है भाई group discussion में. So beware of that. And if we have these kind of people in the group, it creates a very negative image. A very negative energy is created in the entire group, which may lead to a fish market. It also adversely impact the entire group, and the chances of selection of people reduces. Very few people are selected. I have seen entire group getting washed out because of one or two such characters in the entire group discussion panel, and their chances of selection are very, very low. Now, if you want to crack the group discussion, please ensure you do not become either bossy or an inactive team player or a spoiler. Always try to become either a group leader or an active team player. Now look at some of the traits which a group leader or an active team member has. They have a very strong subject knowledge. They keep on updating themselves on the current affairs. They like reading books, they like reading newspapers and magazines, and this way they increase their subject knowledge, which actually helps them when they are into a group discussion where the opinion type of discussion is there or some topic has been given on the current affairs. Also, they have a very good communication skill. Now, when I say very good communication skills, that doesn't mean that you have a very complex, you speak very complex English like our dearest Shashi Tharoor. No, you speak simple English or simple Hindi or whatever language the group discussion is into, but you are able to communicate your points very efficiently to the group member. Third is obviously the command over the language. You speak simple, but you do less grammatical mistakes. You do not speak more of the like this, nothing like that. You communicate very efficiently. Sorry, I am saying a lot. And they have no or very less stage fear. Of course, this comes with practice, right? Also, they have exceptional interpersonal skills. Now, this is a very important trait of a group leader. A group leader should have a very good interpersonal skills so that he or she can manage the entire group discussion proceedings. They are also very good listeners, and they have a logical thinking frame of mind. Means they do not jump the guns. They think in a very logical manner. Now, how to inculcate these traits is a very important question. Of course, the strong subject knowledge will come only when you start reading. Please read newspapers. Please read good magazines where you can capture, where you can find good information, information related to current affairs, information related to some hot topics. Okay. And the other points like good communication skills, command over language, and all these things will come with the practice. So I suggest you do practice a lot. You make your own group and sit with them, bring a topic, try discussing with them, and see where what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. The more you practice, the better you will become in group discussion, and the chances will increase manifold. Now, enough of Gyan. Let us come to the most important topic which I wanted to discuss about. Like the technique which I used, which helped me increase my success rate towards close to 100%. I call this technique as the DS technique. Now, what is DS? Is actually my friend. His name is Digvijay Singh. He was my neighbor in my MBA institute, and he is the person who gave me this mantra, which I implemented, and trust me, I actually improved my chances, like I'm saying again and again, to close to 100%. Now, what is that technique? Let us see that. In any typical group discussion round, except for topicless group discussion, you will be given 2 minutes to prepare on the topic which has been given to you. After those 2 minutes are over, there will be 10 to 15 minutes which will be given for the entire group to discuss on the topic. Now, this is where the actual uh, analysis or evaluation of each and every candidate happens. After these 10 minutes, you may be given 2 more minutes to summarize. Now, sometimes these 2 minutes are not given, so in such case, you have to summarize the discussion in the 10 minutes which is given. Now, having understood the time division of each and every stage, what should you do? In the first 2 minutes of preparation time, take 1 minute and 30 seconds to prepare at least 3 to 4 points which you like to mention in the group discussion. And the remaining 30 seconds, just wait and watch other team members, and also wait for the invigilator's signal to start the discussion. Now, the moment invigilator says, okay, start, immediately grab the opportunity, greet everyone, start the discussion, and mention your first point. This entire thing should last for at least 15 to 20 seconds. Now, why it is very much crucial? Because you may not know where the group discussion will end, whether you are going to have a healthy discussion or it will end up in a fish market. In case it ends up in a fish market, at least one point of yours will be told, and that the examiner can see, okay, this person has spoken, and that may increase your chances of selection, but it may not guarantee always. Okay. Now, suppose you miss that part, what should you do? Do not interfere. Whosoever has started the discussion, do not cut him or her. But ensure that in the first 1 to 2 minutes, you speak at least one point. During the entire duration of 10 minutes, just wait for the right opportunity and make at least 4 points during the entire discussion. This creates a very positive impact in the mind of the GD examiners. Also, suppose in the couple of minutes you found out that the group is going here and there and not a fixed path is being followed, you can take the lead. So leaders are not only decided in the start, but also if the person who has started and try to become leader is not able to control, you can provide your help, guidance, or you can become a leader. This gives a very favorable impact of yours, but do not snatch it away. Okay, just see if the discussion is going in a very haywire direction. Just take the lead and direct it in a proper direction. Also, give opportunities to others. It is a very important point. Just don't keep on speaking. If you see somebody has not been able to contribute, you can ask everybody politely that why not let this person also contribute, because he has not been speaking for quite a while. And then, if somebody has made good points, please remember these points. You can make a note of it during the discussion, so that when the summarization part comes, you can take lead and summarize, where you can mention these good points as well. Now, once you are asked to summarize the entire discussion, or you see that last 2 minutes are left, then you can politely ask the group member to summarize. Now, when you are summarizing, please remember that it is a group summary, not your individual. So you must summarize all the points. If you have two views, agreed or not or disagreed, then you must summarize both the points and captures all the good points which have been presented by the group member. This gives a very positive impact on the examiner, that you are able to capture the good points, you also appreciate others' efforts, and you have a good leader trait. Please remember, summary is one of the most important thing in any group discussion. Now, coming to a topic-less group discussion, since it is topic-less, you will not get 2 minutes for preparation. The examining panel can simply ask you to start the discussion, select a topic, and then do a group discussion. Quite a task, you ask me, but it's really very interesting. Now, the moment the invigilator gives a green signal to start, immediately grab that opportunity, greet everyone, and suggest a topic. Once you have suggested, observe if the group suggests the same topic, if they are agreeing with you or they are suggesting some other topic. Please remember that the discussion topic must be agreed by all, or at least by the majority of the team members. Once you have finalized the discussion, and I don't think so it should take more than 1 or 2 minutes to finalize the topic, immediately start the discussion. But here you can add a very unique flavor in that. Now, suppose somebody had suggested another topic, and eventually that topic was agreed to be discussed upon. Then take lead and invite that person to start the discussion. This way, you are actually giving the credit to that particular person, which I feel creates a positive impact in the mind of the invigilators. Okay. Now, since you did not get time to prepare, you have to think on feet. Immediately finalize 4 or 5 unique points and try to contribute in that. If possible, drive the discussion and do remember good points. Also give opportunity to others, especially those who have not contributed so far. This way, the examiner will be able to see your management skills, your leadership skills, which increases your chances of selection. I have personally tried it, and there were two group discussions I remember, which were topicless, and in both the group discussions, I was selected because I utilized these points which I have just now mentioned. And when the time is over, or it's time to summarize the entire discussion, then definitely summarize all the points. That's why I ask you to write good pointers. If the discussion is related to the opinion making, or if the topic suggests that there are 2 or 3 perspective of explanation, then ensure that whenever you are summarizing, you capture all the points and present. And please remember, this summary is not of your point. This is the group's summary. So your summary should contain all the good pointers from everybody who has contributed. This way, you will definitely improve your chances of selection in going to the next round. Now look at some of the do's and don'ts of any group discussion round. We look at the do's and then we look at the don'ts. One of the most crucial points is that you should utilize the preparation time and be very quick in grabbing the opportunity. Your motor nerves should be very fast. The moment you are given the green signal to start, immediately jump in and take the lead. You must also ensure that you have at least 4 to 5 points to make in the entire discussion. This shows the depth of knowledge you have on the subject. You must listen to others, and make note of the good points which you can use while summarizing the entire discussion. Now, in case the invigilator has told you that there will not be additional time provided to you for summarizing, ensure that you keep at least 2 minutes of that discussion time for summary. It is very important for you to summarize the entire discussion. You must give others chance to speak, especially those who have not contributed yet or who have contributed just 1 to 2 points. Also, don't forget to appreciate the good points made by others. Now let us look at some of the don'ts. The most important being is do not lose track of the time, be it the preparation time or the discussion time or the summary time. Always know how much time is left. Also, don't just sit idle and wait for your opportunity. You may not get it, you have to snatch it. But also ensure that you don't take more than 10, 15 or 20 seconds to make your point. Now coming to the next don't, which is very important, you should not cut others by interrupting. Even if that person is not agreeing to your point of view, it's okay. It's his thought process. Leave it. It's a group discussion and everybody has right to make his or her point. So respect that. But do not cut or interfere. It gives a very negative impression of yours. Also, don't be blunt in rejecting somebody's point. This shows your rude behavior towards others and your disrespect towards others' point of view. And you may be rejected for that. I have seen people getting rejected just because they started bluntly rejecting others' point of view. As a team member, please ensure that you don't create the fish market. And if the fish market has already been created, please do not contribute to that. The fish market ensures the entire group is rejected. So this is the last thing anybody should think of. And the last don't from my side is that you should not forget to capture critical and good points made by others while summarizing. No matter how good your point is, you must show respect to others' perspectives also. So while summarizing, if you include their point of view, then it gives a very positive impression of yours in the mind of the invigilators. So friends, whatever points I have shared with you regarding this group discussion definitely will help you in your chances of selection. However, let me make a disclaimer here. Whatever points I have told you are my personal views based on my personal experience. It's not a thumb rule. Okay, there could be many other criteria on which you may be judged in a group discussion. But whatever has happened with me when I was a fresher during my engineering days or my MBA days, whatever I have learned so far, I am sharing here. It actually helped me, so I think it can help you also. So if you are facing trouble in cracking the group discussion and you really are afraid of this round, like I'm still afraid of group discussion, to be very honest. But now I know the trick which I follow, which I have already shared with you, and that improved my chances of selection drastically. So I'm 100% sure that it will help you as well. So that's all from my side for this week. Next week I will come with a new topic. Also, if you want me to cover some other topic related to placements or any other thing related to your career, please suggest. I would love to do the video on that. Also, if you feel that this video has helped you crack your group discussion round in any of the companies where you applied for, please do comment. I would love to know your feedback. Also, if you are new to my channel, I request you to subscribe. It gives me a motivation to create more videos like this. And at last, I would like to say all the best to all the freshers, no matter in which college you are. I know this is tough time and COVID-19 pandemic has hit the campus placements very hard. But even if you are getting less opportunities, please ensure to make the maximum out of it. And that is the whole purpose of this new series which I have launched on my YouTube channel. I request all of you to please focus on your studies, prepare for the placements and pass with flying colors. All the best and have a nice day.